Hey guys. Ooh, I'm trying to get this good. Oh no. I think my laptop updates this malfunction here. Seriously? Oh my god. What are we doing? Okay. Gosh. Well, welcome guys. Hopefully you can hear me, you can see me. Everything's good. I don't trust this old laptop. It makes me nervous. Really, we may have to go upstairs. I don't know. To my better computer, but we're gonna give it a shot. So sorry if I'm a little discombobulated. Hey, Carrie. How is everyone? Trying to make sure everything's working good here. Whoa. This thing is so slow. What is even happening? Phew. Okay. All good? Or you're good? I hope you're good. What are you guys reading tonight or doing? If you're reading or doing, what is that for you? What does that look like? Okay. All right, let's try to find. Sorry, I feel so distracted right now. Like, just got off on a bad foot. Okay. Oh. Are you liking it any better? I hope so. What is with this weird piece of hair? Oh, okay. I am reading, I can never remember the name of it. Hold on, let me get it on my phone and I will show you, because for whatever reason, I cannot remember the name of it. I am determined to finish this damn book today. I had a super busy day, so I did not get to finish it like I was planning on. Hopefully you guys can see that. But it's very good. I'm 76% through. It is so good. I'm really liking it. Like, really liking it. It's good. I'm crocheting and going to listen to Bunny XO's memoir. Who is she? Because that sounds so familiar, but I can't think of who that is. I like a good memoir, though. Sometimes it's just like a good change up from, you know, a regular fictional book. What are you crocheting too? Are you crocheting the cool thing you found on, what did you say, Etsy? No, Pinterest the other day? It's weird. The world appears based off of Westeros. Oh, interesting. Why? Why do we need to copy someone else? Hello, Fish Guy 2033. How are you tonight? Are you reading? Are you doing something else? Tell me. I'm trying to find a good, like medieval situation for our ambiance. I don't know what that's gonna be. Jelly Roll's wife, and yep, the sweater, awesome. Oh, okay. I did not know her name, to be honest, so that makes sense. Good, I'm glad. We're always doing good if we get to read, right? Okay. I'm trying to find... I'm so picky with my ambiances, and sometimes they're just not good. They're just not good. What is this one? Okay, that one might be a contender. We'll keep that there. So anyway, I'm going to listen to Scars Beneath the whatever, the one I just showed you, and I'm going to continue to color in my coloring book. I got like 3 new little coloring books. So I have this one because I'm a cat lover, this one because I love anything kawaii, and then I got this one because I love anything like witchy. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing, because I find that when I color and listen to my audiobook, I'm really able to like concentrate good on my audiobook. So here's to me being able to finish it tonight. I don't know, it could be a dig at for not finishing the series. That is true. I mean, why, what is he doing here? That doesn't really make a whole hell of a lot of sense. Why he's decided to not finish it. But anyways, do we want to do an hour? Does that sound good for you guys? I feel like my webcam is really, really blurry too. I don't know why. So sorry for that. All right. That would take us to what? Let's go to even like 7:30. That should be a good number. Let's see if I have a 7:30. I never have the one I need, I swear. Oh, I do. Yay. Okay. So we will read until 7:30, and I'm going to put up some medieval ambiance because of the magical readathon, and I will see you guys then at 7:30. Enjoy your reading. Hello, hello. Welcome back. How did that sprint go for you guys? I read 20% of my book. So I have 5% left and I will have finished it. It's so good. You guys really need to read this book. It's so good. Scars Beneath a Serpent's Scales by Nicole Platania. I don't know how you say her last name. Whoops. Hello, Tiffany. Welcome. Hey, hey. I read roughly 3 chapters. Awesome. Good for you. I hope you're liking it better maybe now. Potentially. I'm trying to think of what I want to move on to next. I think I'm going to move on to our Patreon book club book, which is that Agnes Aubert's Mystical Cat Shelter one. Yeah, because I also have a character in Order of the Crescent. So that is our book club book for that guild as well. So I can kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I hate that phrase, but yeah. A lot of info dumping constantly. Oh no, that can be overwhelming. Oh no. New subscriber and new Kindle owner. You have 3 Kindles? Thank you for subscribing. I just got a new Kobo as well, so we all know how many Kindles I have, okay? But congrats on the new Kindle. Which one did you get? I listened to 6 chapters and crocheted 7 rows or 700 stitches. Whoa, that's a lot of stitches. Is it a good book for nonfiction? Whoopsie. I was running up and down the stairs continuously. A husband was grilling. Ugh. Wow, you're still running up and down the steps? Oh no. Hopefully he's grilling something really good though to make up for it. CS2 and basic matcha. CS2? I don't know what that is. And basic matcha. I love my basic matcha. The color is so pretty. I feel like I'm sitting in the dark, by the way. Sorry, guys. Okay, so this book has me on the edge of my seat right now. There is like a murder mystery going on in this, and it's I just was not expecting that because it's a romantasy. Well, it's more of a fantasy, honestly. I mean, I'm 92% through, and there's been one slightly schmexy scene. So I would not really classify this as a romantasy. It's more of a like murder mystery fantasy. I don't know. But yeah, so they're kind of really getting into like I think they're gonna figure out like who done it, you know, and it's really good. So really enjoying it. I have 8% left, or no, 6% left. So I'm hoping I can finish it in this next sprint. Ooh, ooh, Color Soft. Okay, gotcha. Ooh, 2 of them. I love my Color Soft. At least I didn't have to cook tonight. That is true. That's always a good thing. Color Soft 32 and 16 bought both on sale. Awesome. Good for you. I bought mine on sale too. That one's kind of expensive, so to me that's like the only way to do that. Yes, I'm enjoying her narrating it. I love when the author narrates their own memoirs. Oh yeah, that is cool. Good for her. I believe, didn't Britney Spears narrate her memoir? And Prince Harry narrated his as well, I believe. Yeah. I did not read or listen to either one, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Okay. I'm trying to decide. I mean, I realize I'm not even done with this book yet, but however, I am excited to start the next book. I just have to finish or figure out which journal I have this character in. Here we go. Okay. We're at the Crescent. My characters that I'm reading for now, they're twin sisters. They are Order of the Crescent Guild, and they are Beastmasters. Felina and Eloina are who I made them. And they are Earthlings from Eartheria. I love it. Okay, so... Ooh, okay, you guys can help me. Help me figure out my next book. I'll give you 2 choices. Okay. Oh no, I don't even know which 2 choices to pick. Starside, which is here. I have the ebook and the physical book. So Starside or The Wolf King by, I can't see the name on here, but I have the ebook for that one. So this one or The Wolf King. You guys tell me what I pick up next after this, because I'm excited and trying to stay motivated here. So trying to pick my next book. So those are my 2 options. Comments. I'm a nonfiction fan. Awesome. What kind of nonfiction do you like to read? I try to get into it, but I just like some of them look interesting and then I just lose it. I can't continue. I don't know. His book was so boring. Prince Harry? Oh no. Oh no, poor Prince Harry. I also love an occasional nonfiction. My all-time favorite book is Tuesdays with Morrie. Aw, I've heard of that so many times, but don't even know what it's about. Okay, I'm a little intimidated because it looks pretty. This just came in the mail today. Let me see how many pages this is. It's roughly like 490. Oh my gosh, Courtney. 497 pages. I don't know how much the Scars Beneath the Blah 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 one is, but okay, what is Starside about? Well, I will never turn down a reason. Wow, where all that cat hair just blew up from. Let me read you the description of Starside. Enter the enchanting and deadly world of Starside, where swords have magic and power isn't inherited, it's claimed. Hundreds of years ago, a brutal war split a land in two. Starside is the realm of magic and immortals, the descendants of the gods, living in a power-rich paradise. Stormside is where mortals fight for scraps of that magic. Every 50 years, the gates between them open, and 50 challengers are allowed to journey across Starside on a deadly quest for magic that can heal, grant wealth, or extend life. Everyone has their reasons for entering, but Eris has only one: vengeance against the gods who killed her family. Winning one of the 50 spots on the quest won't be easy. An orphaned blacksmith's apprentice, Eris doesn't have the superior weapons of the heirs from the great houses. But the greatest swords, ones that contain power, are not inherited or bought. They are claimed by both sides. And when Eris claims a great sword, it makes her not just a real competitor, but a target. Countless dangers await on Starside. With a blade most would kill to take, Eris can't trust anyone, especially not Harlan Raker, the merciless and mysterious knight who betrayed her years ago, and who may now be the key to her survival. But Eris is hiding a secret tied to her family's death, and when it's revealed, not even the gods will be able to stop what's coming. Ooh, that sounds pretty good. Hopefully that answered your question. About presidents. I just finished a 800-page KU book about the election of 1936. Wow, good for you. Thank you. I can do it. Thank you. I mean, I just did this other one, so in like barely 3 days. So for me, that's pretty good because I'm not the fastest reader. So it sounds so much like her other series, Late Lark. I vote Wolfgang. That's what I thought too as I was reading it. I was like, this kind of sounds similar. Yeah. Okay, well, that's a hard one now. Oh no. I'll have to think about this decision. Because I have the ebook for it. Wolfgang I don't have the audiobook for, because I love whenever I have the audiobook too. Because then, like, as I'm doing things, I can listen to the audiobook, and then at night or during the day or whatever, if I'm not, chilling, I can read it on my Kindle. That's kind of mainly, I tried to pick, like, all Kindle books for, this readathon, because for whatever reason, I feel like I read faster on my Kindle than physical books. That may just be all in my head, but I think so anyways. Are you guys all going to read the same thing for the next sprint? I think I'm going to continue coloring. I know, you can help me pick my next coloring book that I color from. You guys are my choice makers tonight. Okay, so I'll show you what I colored for funsies. So I colored this earlier, and then this last sprint, I colored that. So cute. So we have this one, which I already colored from. So you guys can pick from Cat Moments, whatever that means, and Cottage Witch Coven. Which one should I color from while I finish this book? Help. Help me. I'm trying to charge my phones. You guys know me and my phones. Whoops. Oh no. I'm 73 and it's hard for me to hold physical books. Yeah, that would be. They can get really heavy. Like, I know some of my big, what was I reading the other day? Oh, Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas. Right there. I have the hardcover, and my wrist was literally aching by the time I was done reading it. Cottage Witch. Okay. I will color a witch picture and show you guys what it looks like whenever I'm all done. I I did something to my neck, by the way, and I can't like turn this. I can't look to the right, so that's why I'm like pivoting. If you're wondering, I feel like I'm like a stiff like Barbie doll over here or something. Okay. Oh, here comes the child. What's up, bro?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, my mother.
Say hello to the peoples.
Hi. Why do you have the computer so?
Well, don't. Because if I don't, then it was like up in the air instead of looking at me.
Yeah, you could adjust this, right?
Stop. It was going to fall. I have it. Perfect. Okay. Alrighty. Let me get a different ambiance, though. They're saying hello to you.
Hello.
She said, oh, hello. Carrie said, hi, Colton.
Hi.
Everybody pretty much knows who you are unless they're new here, huh?
Mhm.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Why will this not go back? Okay. Let's try.
I don't know how many episodes I've watched of Young Sheldon at this point.
Oh, he's obsessed with young Sheldon right now. Is it that good, huh? Oh, Tiffany said, hi, buddy.
Hi.
Okay, so I'm trying to pick up what is going on here. Ooh. I don't like the ambiances with music in them. They annoy me. Ooh, this might be a good one. Because it's pretty much nighttime. Looks like it's going to storm outside, actually. Oh, yay, I like this one. Okay, do we want to go to 8:45? Oh. Carrie wants you to choose my next book.
And the thingy right now?
Yeah, right now. Okay. This one, Starside. Where does all these like things floating around come from? Okay, hold on. Let me pull up the other one. You can look. I'm just gonna let you pick the title, or I mean cover. Oh wow, I don't know what that was, but not what we wanted.
That looks way weird.
Okay. Oh, that, which is the Wolf King, or this one, Starside. Carrie's gonna love you. He picked Wolf King too, Carrie. Okay. Guess it's Wolf King. That's what I shall be reading when I go to bed tonight. Yay! I'm actually really excited.
Have you read it yet?
No, these are all books that I haven't read. I started it, but I'm just going to restart it because I only got like 12% into it. So, high five. Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Love you. That was that one. Wait, try again one more time.
Okay. There we go.
See you in a little bit.
See you in a bit.
Carrie said, you know what you're talking about. Okay, so let's go till 9 o'clock now. We might as well. Let me see if I have a 9:30, 9 p.m. There we go. Okay. Let's read until 9 p.m. I'm going to color my witches while finishing my book. And I will see you guys at 9 o'clock. Okay, have a nice time reading your book or doing whatever you're doing. Toodles.
Silent Spy, Young, Still, Book 1. Written by Tanya Ann Crosby, narrated by James Gibbs. Let us go forth, to tell us the tale, and seize whatever flame the heart longs for, and have no fear. Everything exists, everything is true. And the devil is only a little bit under our feet. William Butler Yeats, The Dark Poet. The Fountain. Fire of the candle, heat of the flame, strike of the light of the candle name, gift of beauty thine eye bestow, and lo, a trusted fame will grow. Violet eyes and sin so pale, the last his name will ever fade. Tempt the weak, it will be done, love's dust is will be the sun. On the fortnight of his cup, put it on our life and work, near by candle hand, blood be spelled, no living sons, no daughter still. By all and high and low of three, this is my will, so may it be. By one. Chapter 1. It is. The words were hear what you say, the king blew in pity sigh. Simply because minstrels say it does not make it true. You still do the simple. So what? Nay, your grace, and herself with its miraculous recoveries like a hand. Last fall she cast a neat veil through a wreath made from woodbine, and the boy's teeth are simply vanished. The king gently expression was full of thought. A wreath, again, forward, roughly from the depths of his belly. Not something that wasn't a hero. Perchance the devil was a saint, and still. Quiet laughter, slight with attention. Sing, Lilias, one advisor quick, leaping at the opportunity to have the king's face. From the far end of the table came a crude jest, but with daddies like those you wanted. If you came to Mash head, all I'd be willing for are those sweet nipples twixt my lips. The chamber erupted with mental candles. And yet, despite the levity of the moment, the discussion at hand was a super one. Held in the most private of quarters, with doors closed and guards posted outside, King David and Social had gathered his most trusted advisors, along with a discreet group of influential chiefs. Each of them mulled over the dilemma he had liberty. How to quell the most rebellious of Highland tribes, how to do so without bringing the land to the chin. Boorish and weary, the council had been instructed now for long hours. The chamber reeked of sweat, greed, and fear. After so many hours of heating out, the billowing black smoke that crept up from the pitched torches had embedded new layers of soot into the ceiling. Flies had begun to swarm over the thick clean carpet of a hall that sat in the centre of the table. No one had allowed the serving wenches to enter if they were left over, the fear of being overheard. The ewers were long empty, filled with goblets, safe for a swallow of black wash fit from the mouth. As for the mood prior to their meeting, the empty seats at the table were a reminder that not every chief had held the same influence as David. There were a few whose absence was conspicuous, in particular the McKinnon layer, who was perhaps the greatest thorn in David's side. In fact, were it not for the McKinnon's interference, they might have already had a thorn on their chessboard. But it was not the McKinnon they discussed at length today. At the moment, the subject of the discussion was likely the second greatest threat to David's throne. A Highland rebel, who while he held no obvious design to plant his arms upon the stone and stone, couldn't do much to rouse the clans against David of Salem. These were uneasy times, and David had spent far too much of his youth in England. There were many who did not welcome his rule. David cleared this book. In truth, being cursed is little the same as cursing others. Nor do I believe in witches, but for the sake of others. How would the lass's curse be of any use to me? Ah, but then you see, everyone who loves her dies. David rolled his eyes, grunting with disappointment as he shifted in the chair that was made for the Sunday. As far as I know, only one man has ever kept up his stories. Aye, but that's I say it for told. David remained unspoken. I am old woman's angry curse. The same old woman, might I add, who plays nursemaid for the Dunscottish clan. This plan is ill-fated from its inception. The Dunscot would never allow that girl within a league of the mountain. He would kill himself and serve. Nay, it objected yet another of his sentiments. There are some who would say he would see his clan return to the old ways, with the women folk work them about for their willies. They indulged his sisters as though they were men. I say he would never turn a hair on the lass's heed. The lair of Evedale spoke up. He's a milk sow, like his father. David eyed her, narrowing his gaze. In his considerable opinion, Evedale had too little respect for women when he could send his own daughter unwed to share a man's bed for the sake of greed. At least he knew that Dunscotty would die for any one of his sisters. He would recognize that look in the man's eye. Would you say that to his face? They both knew that just to prove a point, David would send him north sooner than the serving wenches could clear his table. There wasn't a man among them who would dare defy the Dunscotty. And now that David had crossed Aden, he would not face it again either. If any man here thought himself less of a coward than the King of Scotia, David would like to see them face the high chief of the bar. As David expected, the man gave a shake of his head. Ah! Exclaimed Captain Campbell, who had the most to lose, for it was his daughter whose fate they were discussing here today. A fate that might well relent in her death, the blade of David Dunscotty. Was a savage mountain folk, he contended. His life is not they all share the wound with a blade. The man's own sisters are warriors. He shook his head with conviction. But if there is a chance, my Lilias may bring them to heel. It is a sacrifice I am willing to make. And yet, even if you could win him over, how do you matter? Who can guarantee the curse entry him? The Dunscotty's death is hardly guaranteed. And first husband is deed. Campbell, and though that by itself were evidence. He went on to say, the man or man dies by his manner to his face, save the idiot who is cursed. They have asserted my daughter is marked by a witch, and any man who loves her will hear Collier sleeping within a fortnight of losing his hair. So it was the blade. So it has already come to pass, offered one Campbell's parapet. Collier, the weeper, was a banshee spirit who haunted the rocks and waterfalls. It was said she could be heard wailing before his death within a clan. Fairy tales, all of it, but David was growing desperate. In the silence that ensued, the governing tortures began to hiss. The smoky room took a toll of David's eyes and lungs. Patrick, she is your only daughter. Are you willing to risk it? Campbell nodded soberly. What have I to lose? No man will have her now. David pierced him with a dark look. Be advised, if the Dunscotty doubts her, it is likely she will die. Campbell shrugged. The room turned more somber again. The pitch torches and the places glittered in every away from David's position. Still, the Dunscotty's death is not guaranteed. Persistent. And yet, accidents do happen. Often rolling the glass. but remained silent for most of the conversation. His brother Stuart had been the latest cultivated, apparently far easier than Fratricide. There are other ways to ensure they don't be desired. Mayhap Lily should be persuaded. She has a son. Every councilman knew what the claim was implying. David did not mistake her. They knew precisely what the claim was capable of in the name of ambition. He could in fact make Lily kill the mountain stock, if not the same herself, and perhaps the same of only. No one spoke to question the claim, nor to temper the dark thoughts. Just on me. I can attest to the fact that no man can for this time. McLean persisted. Stuart covered with her, even though he thought he might lose. Campbell nodded. Her suitors were many, despite the knowing. But that was before, he suggested, and then he chopped laughing to himself. Now perhaps they do not seem so willing to test the hand of fate. With no one else laughing, he cleared his throat and comfortably developed the wall again. David eyed McLean meaningfully. Yet you have resisted her, Rogan, despite that she lives beneath your roof. McLean grinned. I like my willing will now. I need the heat of my shoulders a great deal more. And then he added somewhat stumbling, I do not look at her, nor do I speak to her lass. She and her son keep to themselves. Wise man, the girl's father offered. I should have married her for you instead. Wish to make your head more wits about you than to lose your birth to a witch. David frowned. What manner of man said such things about his own daughter? Even he and his brothers, though they fought bitterly, would never have spoken an ill word about their women. They might have skewered the sons in their beds, but their daughters never would have suffered such scorn. He could not abide a man who did not respect his women. David scratched his chin fondly all the way to the solution. As yet, none with any chance of doing had presented itself. Say, whatever, son. McLean said, we keep him, of course. Reassurance. David's question was not about, but could not be misunderstood. Despite that he is your nephew. McLean glanced at Campbell. But I could have stopped them. Yes, of course. Look at it. To me, someone offered. If the curse holds true, the lass will go to the guns looking at those body violent eyes, and he'll never be able to resist her. He'll love her, blow her belly, then die. And with the bastard who can away the mountain folk will succumb, or if the chieftain that is feeble is all finished. David was certain that these men had ever faced one. But he didn't move it. And the curse does not hold true. Well then. The man looked towards Rogan McLean and lifted a shoulder. You might tell Dunstody you wish an alliance between kings. So be as he goes, advised one of his sentinels. David nodded, warming to the scheme despite a twinge of guilt. It was entirely possible Aidan would accept the last, so he did not fool himself into believing Aidan would brave the alliance. But Aidan was too arrogant to believe himself subject to the wilds of anyone, particularly one his own kinsfolk in council. And there was one thing that would make the girl far more attractive to Aidan than even facts full of gold. She bore the blood of the heart with the penalty of his sire. David glanced at the Campbell. The old man with his long, dirty grey beard had once been a fierce warrior. He was still a cold bastard, bargaining away the life of his daughter for his own gain. But that wasn't David himself. Many lives had been sacrificed for the sake of Sonia. Many more was to come. He had hoped, by awarding Aidan's sister Katrina to a man of King Henry's choosing, that these measures could be avoided entirely. Alas, there seemed no other choice. Aidan's sister had wed a rebel Highlander instead. And David's plans for alliances were all undone. There was a chance to unite the clans without bloodshed. This was the way it must be done. And he must endeavour to ignore even the most insistent of his guilty plans. At the instant, Aidan might not have relied on social support, but then he became disgruntled. Nay, the man was too unpredictable. Already they hailed him as the last Mark the Hull, the last true son of Scotia. Besides, he thinks, cursing he intended for a deadly fool. Aye, but giving Lydia's McLaren to Aidan could not. Aidan might, in fact, accept the girl, if only as a matter to control her father. Vengeance was a powerful point. So was the mother's love. He looked towards Rogan McLean. The man was hard enough to do precisely what needed to be done when the time came. In truth, he thought McLean would even relish the duty. David doubted he would even have to issue a command. All would transpire as it should, and David need never again consider his own part of this ignoble deed. For everything would be concluded without his knowledge. Campbell sat, looking smug. As captain as he was, that he held the only viable answer at hand. The gleam in his eye was a hint of the gold taped to his vision. Very well, David relented. Steve walked away. Offer William McLean to Aidan Dunstody as a bride. Chapter 2. Two goshawks soared high above the castle, skirting past each other like jousters with a match. Lily thought perhaps they had followed the hunters who had been dispatched this morning. Although the Laird of Kevin had not been present to join in the hunt, she knew he had returned from wherever he had gone for the simple fact that the laughter of the heat had ceased abruptly and the moon turned grim to match its legs. Never mind, for Lily took her pleasures wherever she could find them. And today she had thoroughly enjoyed tending the herds of her garden, alone, save for the company of her son. Look, man, look what happened! Lily peered back at the child who came scurrying after her from the garden path, hands tucked together and outstretched. At 5, Kellen was the image of his dad. Unfortunately, he was also the image of his dad's brother. He reached her side, lifting up his prize to show her what he had discovered buried beneath the earth. Do you know what it is? He asked a little breathlessly. Give me, man. Lily stooped to better see the etching on the flat, smooth stone. The design was in the shape of a shield, knotted in quarters to symbolize the four corners of the earth. There were many such artifacts to be found in these parts, but Kippenham sat at the foothills of the Armagh Group, the Red Hill, where the painted ones had lived long before them. That is a talisman of protection, she said. It'll keep you safe wherever you go. His little brows furrowed. A talisman! A charm, Lily explained, noting the confusion in her son's expression. His sweet brown eyes were deep and dark, murmured in a way no child should ever be. Like the cross he down over his neck. His face fell into a little frown. It looked so much like his father's, it made her happy. I can't die, he said. It didn't work. Lily felt a fierce pang over his words, not the least for which one day her son would grow up to learn that everyone else blamed her for her husband's untimely death. or rather, they blamed the curse that had been bestowed upon her as a child. That same odious curse she had once dared to evoke was not more than later. Only now she had a dead husband to lie against. Her son made her throw away the stone. Nay, she murmured, keep it. He stopped before tossing it, his eyes filling with alarm at having upset his mother. He was such a good boy, so full of affection, too full of money. In this life, Helen, we may use all the goodwill the world lends us. Never take for granted even the smallest of favours. His little face grew. It's just a rock, Mamma, he said plaintively. Lily felt with a patient look at her son. All things are what you make them, son. He peered up at her under-furrowed brows, unconvinced. Remember, not ever comes to us by accident. Not as preordained. She didn't want her son growing up believing that his destiny lay in the hands of lesser men, or the ones of a foolish prophecy. Our fates lie in our own hands, she eyed the ancient covenant, like that stone. He drew his hand back, examining the stone again, inspecting it closer, with dark eyes full of skepticism. Keep it for another day, she murmured. You may find you need it. The little shoulders conceded defeat. Then away, he went. And he smiled a little crookedly. I'll save it in my treasure chest, so no one will find it. Lily smiled. His treasure chest, a small wooden receptacle that had once belonged to his father, was where he had all things he valued most. He valued her hot hair. Good lad, she said. You're wise. Even wiser than your dad. His dark eyes twinkled, and a tiny sad smile emerged upon his lips. She loved him fiercely in that moment, with a love that was pure and true. One day, she would see him free of his uncle's influence. Lily, a familiar voice arrived. Speak of the day. Her son stepped in, recognizing the lady's voice. Lily touched him upon the head, gentle at the action of his sake. He pushed him gently away. Go, she urged him softly. I'll wait you in the garden. He stood firmly rooted at the spot, but Lily could not bear for him to witness even one more unkind word. Go now, he demanded. Still, he shuffled his feet, hesitating to leave her. Yes, Mamma. She could hear Robin's boots touch needed, his football headed with purpose. Helen! She pleaded quietly. Reluctantly, Helen found a way, crushed into his newly found courage with a tiny fist, and it seemed to Lily that as he walked away, he bowed his head and prayed over. He looked back at her only once, with the greatest turmoil in his gaze. Her happy. This was no place for a child to live, not in the shadow of so much difference. When Lily was satisfied her son would not return, she turned at last to face her tormentor, the man who bore the same blood as her husband, the same blood as her son. Broken, she said in grief. But that was all pleasant, she guessed. He held his arms outstretched, asking for an embrace, that she had never once dreamed to give. The sort of touching and needless face of embrace turned her stomach foul. When she did not fling herself into his arms, his gaze unshut, looking the rapper behind the dark mirrors of his eyes. I need to speak with you, he said his tone quickly. Tell me what you feel. Lily shook her head. Nay, not the garden, man. I wanted to escape from here. She glanced over her shoulder quickly to be sure the sun did not live. Mayhap, the courtyard, she suggested, a little sympathetic. He spent far too much time tending weeds. He just died. As he peered over her shoulder, the sun's retreating back. And his black eyes gleamed with something Lily did not name. An emotion she had never spied in anyone's eyes, save this. His soul was black. Whatever since he wrote. And then he turned and started toward the courtyard, expecting Lily to follow, which she did, of course, even though his mood was far from cheery. Instinctively, she understood it boded ill. Not once did he look back or slow his pace, but he must have heard her scrambling to keep up. It's been 4 years now since my brother's death, he said. Indeed, she said. 4 years, 2 months, 20 days. 2 years into a town. At once the shoulders tightened feelings permitted the conversation. 6 times in 4 years, Robin had asked her to wed him. And that did not include all the drunken demands she shared in bed without virtue of that. Unlike his brother, man bore not the least tenderness of his manner. He was as crude and cold as a Highland winter. At least now he had a mistress to keep him warm at night, but he clearly valued her not all. Poor Evelyn. Her father was a fool that he thought Robin would come to have any affection for the lass at all. Robin stopped abruptly and turned to appraise her in that familiar way that made her skin twitch. He studied from her slipper feet to her breasts, and over the lip of the neck heels, the little and her door. Placing his hands behind his back, he rocked backward on his heels, popping his skate, a step that betrayed the house to him. As well you know, I cannot continue to support both you and your son with his recompense. Then he swallowed, and went to the gate. He now began again. From the ramparts, a few curious onlookers peered down at them, watching, though she knew they would come askance to save themselves the guilt of doing nothing if he raised his hand. No one defiled Robin the Baron. He ruled without question, and for most it was simply easier to ignore what they did not want to hear or see. Unfortunately, Lily did not share that same predisposition. What she wouldn't give to be away from Miss Demean. But it seemed her father had washed his hands of her, and her son, knowing that everything attached to him now belonged to Stuart's vile brother, including her dowry, meagre as it had been. At one time, her father would appeal for the contents of any house. But now it seemed he was too old and cowardly to request the return of his property from the likes of Robin. Alas, Lily, what am I to do? I've offered endless opportunities to be a proper title. I can refuse. It's time for me to get myself away from the child model. Adeline, surprised, Lily's gaze returned to Robin's face. But his look was small, and it gave her an instant shock. Robin was handsome, she would give him that much, but his eyes, deep-set and dark, were like fixed and thunder coals. If they had ever been the light of emotion, the light was long expired now. Lily wondered what had happened to make him so terribly cold. It leaves me but at one day, you see, since I cannot have to hear when she arrives. Not Adeline. Alas, but Lily's next thought was to pity the poor woman, whoever she might be. Adeline should consider herself fortunate, after all. He smiled. The one of substance will have you. I don't blame Mamma. Lily's heart began to beat a little faster. Her mind stammered over possibilities. Would he cast her away now? Where precisely did that leave her and her son? Maybe she could go to another day, but what of Helen? A thread's a solution, he suggested. Wonderful alike, to make amends with your fair. And return some thought to his face. His eyes gleamed viciously. And Lily blinked, uncertain what to say, for in truth, she had done nothing to bring dishonour upon her father. She'd been a good wife to Stuart, despite the brevity of their marriage, and if in fact the curse was real, the mountain folk had touched her of her father's sins, of her own. He could hardly have read her mind, and yet it seemed he had. You do wish to honour your father, do you not? Nothing but his smile was reassuring. Anxiously, Lily glanced over her shoulder, searching for her son, hoping Helen was nowhere near, but if she refused whatever offer Robin was about to make, his temper would surely loose thereafter. She breathed a sigh of relief that her son was nowhere to be seen, and lifted her chin a little defiantly as she faced Robin once more. Tell me then, what would you propose? Robin took his time answer, and was savouring her discomfort, and then he said finally, I know of only one man who will have been for years. They squared the shoulders, repeatedly negated. Anything would be better than this, she told herself. Anything. And he would be Aidan Devon Scotty. The response erupted from her lips without thought. Nay! She took a self-defensive step backward, her heart constricting painfully. Rogan simply stood there, watching the emotions play across her face, enjoying her distress, judging by the smack that comes lips. Aidan Dunn Scotty was a savage. Tales of him and his uncouth mountain folk were the fodder for children's nightmares. His tribesmen were hardly evolved from the Pects and Northmen who once travailed the untamable north. Only men who were as wild and unforgiving as those rugged hills themselves could survive so long, so deep in the mouth, and they would exile her there without mercy. Lily's jaw worked angrily. Nay, I will not allow my son to be punished this way. He doesn't deserve this treatment. She softened her voice for Helen's sake, hoping to appeal to Rogan's better nature. He is your nephew, Rogan. You cannot exile him to such a savage place. Rogan faced offence, his expression practiced like that of an actress. Why, my dear, I would never allow my nephew to suffer the indignities of the barbarous north. Lily straightened her back, clenching her fist at her sides, surprised by his response. What then, Philip? Only you. What do you mean, only me? High above them a hawk shrieked. The sound reverberated within Lily's skull. You started those. You go and wed the brute. Do your duty to help unite the clans, and leave your son in my loving care. There was nothing that was kind or loving but a Rogan cloud. He was in truth one of the cruelest men Lily had ever known. I will appeal this to King David, she threatened. He laughed in her face. Come down. The giving ordered me to offer you to Dunn Scotty in the first place. Dark woman. Nay, she exclaimed, and in self-preservation backed away, ready to flee. Rogan reached out and seized her firmly by the arm. Come, he demanded, his fingers digging deeply into her flesh. Let me apprise you of the details of your mission to the Pect. You to lie. The Highlands of Scotia. The journey north had been long and hard. Aidan was more than ready for rescue. What he hadn't expected after riding 2 days over rough terrain, and after dealing with his sister Katrina's trials, was a message from David Matthew Harkness. King David's runner awaits you in Hull, his elder sister announced, a close broke with silence. Then he could ask her alone, David demanded, and cursed to meet in breath as the door closed once more. King David. It was entirely laughable that the man would hail himself as the rightful heir to the throne of Scotia, and the Sassenach-loving scoundrel had spent the whole of his youth suckling the peeps of English maids. A true Scotsman faced his enemies squarely. They did not hie away from the face with a eager scourge. And then after all was said and done, he lied to the McKinnon. When asked if Katrina was the runaway he saw, he had stood there, and bold-faced lied to save himself the trouble of raising his sword. Anyway, he's now count that he was. In fact, were it not for the McKinnon's presence in the grove where he tracked his sister back 2 days hence, he might have ordered all of his 20 warriors to fall upon the Alvin in the seal and hack him down the sides. That was the last time he would allow the blackguard under his roof. But he not learned a thing from his father's trials. Friends were those he knew and trusted, not those who simply employed the name. But Aidan's weakness was a bone-deep desire for peace. Even here in the mount, he felt political tensions rising, and feared there might soon come an end to the years of peace since his father's death. But at least the fool was wise enough not to show a fear of the flesh, because Aidan had trusted him once and never again. What he had gotten for his faith was a stab in the back. He'd been wrong to believe peace was possible among these warmongers. Why they could not simply live and let live, he did not comprehend. His clan had purposely kept itself apart from Scotia's politics. But that was apparently not enough. The bastard had come under the guise of friendship, and had slipped into his sister's bedchamber in the dead of the night, then had dragged the poor lass south, without Aidan's knowledge or permission, intending, he'd said, to give her in wedlock to some bloody border lord. The Reaver lords, all of them might as well be English themselves, for they were not but thankless Scots, who gave deference to none. They rated Scots and English alike, stealing everything, including their lives. He wanted to kill David simply for a fault. The grinning foul smarter but had run a dagger through his shoulder blades whilst he slept, because now as long as Aidan had breath in his lungs, he would never trust that Sassenach laddie again. Tired and ready for his bed, he had only just divested himself of his claymore, but he retrieved it now and sheathed it into his belt. Barefoot and barebacked, he might not feel their guest was worth bothering to dress for, but when he showed up with the claymore and little else on his back, his message should be clear. He found the man, or rather a boy, quivering in his hole. The lad swallowed a massive ball in his throat when he spotted Aidan into his room. He was alone. No doubt David feared Aidan would have run his messenger through and had sent the furious to the loft, so Aidan would pity the poor dolt. Denied. Worked. His sister had left laughing, his captain, to guard the hall. He gave laughing the nod, telling the man without words to leave. The boy was working, and his guard's presence was not helping the child's composure. So Aidan's sense of charity only went so far. He didn't seat himself at the table, but stood instead, peering down at his yes. This had better be good to have roused me from my bed, he warned the boy. The messenger craned his neck upwards, wide-eyed, shuddering. His gaze slid to Aidan's arms to the blue paint he had yet to watch from his flesh, intricate markings that tailed back to their ancestors. Furious for the abduction of his sister, he had painted himself a war in the woad of his ancestors. He smiled thinly when the messenger met his gaze again. King David defends me, he stammered. Aidan nodded patiently. Wondering ruefully, he looked down at the boy's lap, where the head breckened would be soiled. The boy's entire body was racked by nervous spasms. And the messenger licked his lips, and Aidan took pity upon him. He shouted for his sister. Lael! His voice sliced through the silence like a dagger, and Lael shot through the door as though she had expected to be needed. Looking at first worried, but seeing that Aidan was unharmed, she smiled at relief. Aidan lifted a brow, letting her know that while he appreciated her concern, he was madly offended by it. The lad is thirsty, he said. He needs the kindness to fetch him around. His sister smiled, her lovely lips tonguing only slightly at the corners. She tossed her braided black hair back and sauntered into the room. I deserted he deserves that with the ski back. She asked hopefully. Aidan ignored her mild question. Are you hungry? He inquired the lad. The messenger nodded jerkily, even though Aidan doubted the boy truly understood the words coming out of his mouth. And Aidan turned to his sister again. Bring him a wedge of bread as well. It was likely the youth had expended all his energy planning the drums. Aidan intended to dispatch him the instant he listened to his news, not trusting the emissary of David stirring under his roof, or even in his veil for his improvement. Veil gave him a twist of her lips, her bright green eyes so like his flashing defiantly. But she did as he bade her, bringing the foodstuffs back from the pantry within minutes of his asking. However, instead of leaving again, she stood and watched, unwilling to leave again now that he had invited her in. Aidan was wise enough to know when and where to let his apple, especially with the females of his household. Contrary wenches, all of them, but he loved their impassioned spirits. The messenger seemed even more ill at ease, eyeing the jagged blade of the enormous dagger layer tucked into her boot. His sister was a master with the blades, a collector as well, and usually carried the most discreet of her knives hidden from view. Her theatrics amused him, for no doubt she had donned the biggest blade she possessed in England. She had also smeared blue paint into bold lines across her face, creating a fearsome visit she was able with her soft language. She crossed her arms, watching from a distance, and finally, he did stop. He took a seat facing the messenger, hoping he would abate the shiver of the lad tried so hard to conceal. No, he said. What is it David finds so urgent to say that he sent the boy into the month in the black of night? Your grace, he didn't stop him. I see no king sitting here before you, and recognize no king beyond this hall. So did I address either of us again that way? The messenger's eyes shifted well to live, and they back. I won. He didn't shake his head again. I see no lord here either. That title is for Sassenach Lackeys. Do I look like Sassenach Lackey to you? He asked the boy, his tone gentle, but unyielding. The poor lad jerked his head from side to side. Right, let us continue. Why would you have it called you? David was losing his patience now with the arrows thrown. David, he said simply. But if I give it him, and it pleases me to know when David spoke. His sister seemed to back. Aye, but well. The messenger paused for an extraordinary length of time, and still could not seem to muster the simple name of his lips. Aidan nearly laughed, but he was far too weary for that. The boy's brow furrowed. King David, he began David's on it, and then it was snapped in his own words as he struck up his illegal defense. Aidan let it go for the lad to be. But Aidan did not react. The messenger continued, thankfully eschewing the use of the title again. David sends a bed for peace, he said. He said he laments having been so heavy-handed with your sister Katrina. His back was to her, but Aidan thought he had layered growl. The eldest of his sisters was as peacefully protective of their brood as was Aidan. The messenger's eyes grew wide and his gaze lifted towards the woman at his back. Aidan watched the boy's pupil dilate, the muddy colour blending with his dark hole. The dim light of the hall. Through the boy's eyes, Leo must seem and he should be frightened. In fact, the lad who tempted lucky stars like that was sick, because of that fit of temper Leo terrified even Aidan. An impatient muscle kept in Aidan's jaw. Tell me, he asked the messenger. You condone the abduction of innocent lasses from their beds in the middle of the night. The lad shook his head vigorously. Name a lot. Aidan. Aidan nodded. Well, you see, I have only just returned from saving my sister from the clutches of some feckless border lord. A fate mandated by David himself. I abandoned all I was in the middle of attempting to accomplish here, and went chasing after her, all the way to Craigiefold. And then, after all was said and done, I was forced to leave her again in the care of strangers, because she lost her heart to some bloody Scotsman. Can you gain how I might not be quite in the mood for critiques right now? But David interrupted him, and said just so the lad understood. You're quite fortunate. I approve of my sister's choice, Sir Heston. If I dinner, I would send you back to David with your tongue skewered upon a necklace. The messenger jumped hard. He glanced at Leia and her knives, and then turned towards me. So then, tell me, what does David propose? The messenger's eyes went wide with apprehension. Unconsciously, his hand went to his mouth. Unconsciously, his hand went to his mouth, as though to safeguard his tongue. He peered back at Leia, and then at Aidan's face. Here, he wishes to offer a bride and a seat upon his high council. A bride? I'm a Aidan. Aidan would just as soon cut up his own bollocks and send them back stuffed in a lad's mouth than to take a seat at David's council, much less take a wife of David's choosing. No doubt he would send the lads north to spy. And who is it that he would deign to offer me to wed? The lad swallowed convulsively, flicking a glance at Leia. Elias MacLean, he said, nearly convulsively. Aidan's brows collided. Lilias MacLean! At his back, Leo shrieked in offence. The daughter of the man who helped the tower die. He heard her rush forward, but he placed a hand in the air to hold her. She stopped, but he knew she did not like it. The messenger recoiled bitterly. Aidan grit his teeth but calmed himself. So then, David would offer me a cursed bride. He knew better than anyone that the last was cursed, but the woman who had cursed her was the same woman who pulled him and all his sisters from his mother's womb. You realise that anyone who loves her is fated to die, he exclaimed, as though the entire world did not already know. John Blair sang the girl's misery as a cautionary tale. A heavy silence met his question. A silence so profound that anyone who knew Aidan might have thought he was contemplating murder. Even Leo remained still behind him, waiting with bated breath to see what he would do. When the boy's face had grown as pale as sun-bleached wax, Aidan simply threw his head back and laughed. The sound of his laughter boomed like thunder through the rafters. Chapter 3. The devil agreed to the bargain, so Lily was sent north, traversing through woodlands and valleys that sliced through precipitous cliffs. The mount was an unforgiving place, a vast range of corridors, like near the North Sea. Most people traversed them by the ancient road, but there were no roads leading to the place they found. To the land, Lily shuddered at the name. The next stronghold was named after the king of the southern depths, nicknamed the Black, not for his temper, but for his power. It was said that upon his death, his royal blood ran in the rivulets into the mountain streams and flowed red all the way to the mountain loch, where Califor, the blue-faced mother of winter, slept in her cave. Thrown from her slumber to all the fallen king, her tears transformed the glen into a bounteous place, surrounded by the roughest terrain and it was to that glen that Aidan's people had fled more than 2 centuries ago, and there had remained, in the red hills, stained crimson by the blood of Dutla. It was said that David would not rest until he held the mountain tribe's fealty, for to gain their blessing held nearly as much weight as the coronation of Scone. Little did it matter that the Dun Stokie had not blessed any king since the death of Eve, the son of Kenneth MacAlpin. Did he truly believe she could change that fact? Our thoughts darkened as they made their way through the woodlands, an ancient forest, thick with heavy lichen.
Hey, hey. Was I not muted that whole time? I thought I was. I'm sorry. Because you would have heard my audiobook. Yep, definitely thought I was muted. Stupid. Hey, how did your reading go, guys? I finished Scars Beneath the Serpent Scales. 5 stars. Epic. You need to read it. I absolutely loved it. It left on a cliffhanger, though. And I have no idea when the next book is going to be out. I'm really sorry. Definitely thought that I muted it, so I'm sorry. That's stupid. Nope. That gibberish was your audiobook. Yep. That is too funny. I've never done that before. I always mute it. Oh well. I guess the ambiance didn't really matter now, did it? How did you guys do? I did finish my little coloring page. It's a little bookish, witchy kitty. Very cute. Oh my gosh. Okay. 24 minutes left in this short audio or short book. Awesome. That makes it easy. 24 minutes and then you'll be good. Are you did you find me through the readathon? I'm guessing your name is Kat. Tell me. I read 4 chapters, still over 100 pages left. It's a slog. Oh no. At this point, you should definitely just finish it though, because 100 pages left. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Okay. What the heck, guys? I swear tonight, if any of you have been on any of my lives before, they're usually pretty smooth, good to go. Like, what tonight's juju is, I have no idea. Okay, thank you. 11 chapters of Killer of a Certain Age and almost 7 rows crocheted. Awesome. I cannot wait to see what you think of the book and what your sweater looks like. Usually their books fast-paced. Yeah. I've never read any of them. Bumped my camera. Oh, I'm reading my own comment. Oh my god. Yeah, it is. You're so right. Like, whatever, dude. Okay, it's thunderstorming here. I thought something happened to my internet. It is thunderstorming here too, actually. There was just a big crack of thunder. Found you through my YouTube feed suggestions. Awesome. That's why, like, sometimes I love, like, even though I'm technically taking a break of, like, making videos for April, I still wanted to, like, come on live, not only because I'm loving this readathon and having so much fun, but I thought that, you know, I'd still kind of, like, show my little face on here and, not be totally absent, so, because I know the algorithm kind of betrays you when you are semi-absent from making videos. Oh my god, I can't believe that happened. I'm just lost here. That's why I had to call hubby in to rescue me. He has to rescue me so much when it comes to technical things. I'm like afraid to like even come close to touching the cord over here because that's all I did was bump the camera cord. And it just was like, bye! So, do we want to do one more like 30-minute sprint? What are you guys thinking? I think that would be fun to just do a short little 30-minute sprint. This time I will remember to click the mute button. The mutt button, as my cousin used to call it. I'm trying to think if we can find an ambiance again. Ooh, okay. This could be cool. Okay. Woohoo! Why do we accept the once I'm down for more sprints? Yay! Carrie's awake past 9 p.m. The world is crashing down. Alright, let's do one more 30-minuter. Oh, by the way, I showed you what I colored. I did while I was finishing coloring, because this is on my TBR for the readathon. I started, hopefully you guys can see this. It's really good. I'm only like 3 chapters in. The narrator has a Scottish accent. Who is it? James Gillies. That just sounds so Scottish. And the main, like, I swear to you, I did not know this before I went into the book. I've been wanting to read this for a while. The cover. Don't judge a book by its cover. I did. But anyway, the main character in this book, I did not know this, has my maiden last name, which was McLean. How cool is that? So, winning already. I hope I continue to like it, but I think I'm going to go get my Kindle and read The Wolf King. So, I just have to find what Kindle it's on. But this can be my audiobook because I don't have the audiobook for The Wolf King. So, yeah. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy and cared about my little spiel. I don't know. But yeah, I will see you at 9:45. Let's make sure that we have a sprint or a banner rather. I just saw it. Where did it go? Oh, here we go. Okay. So we'll read until 9:45. See you guys then. Have fun. Hello, hello. I read 3% of The Wolf King. I forgot that this was based in Scotland, basically. I don't think it ever really actually says that, but that's what we, surmise. Everybody has surmised anyway. How did you guys do on that little reading sprint? I hope you got to finish your book, Kat. That would be awesome. One long chapter. Oh no. That would be a long chapter. I've had chapters be that long though before. They've taken me like 30 minutes to read. I listened to 5 more chapters of Killer of a Certain Age and got the last 2 rows I hoped to get done for today. Done. Awesome. I love the picture you sent me. I would totally wear that. I like it. I like it. Finished up a junk journal page. Awesome. You'll have to send it to me, Tiffany. I want to see what it looks like. I adore junk journaling. It's so fun. I added this one today. Hold on. Well, actually, yesterday. It's for Book Roast, who's hosting the Readathon, the Magical Readathon. It's her Patreon, and she has like the book fog challenge. So each month you take one of these prompts and pick a book with that. So, oh gosh. So for, what are we on? April? It's flower. So a book with a flower on the cover, in the title, something to do in the, like in the content of the book, whatever. So I cut all those out. I thought that was cute. Anyways, just finished and sending back to KU as we speak. Awesome. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was good. I'm excited to continue. You can see the Wolf King on there. This is my Kindle Colorsoft, by the way. That's where I had the Wolf King on. So yeah, I'm gonna get a shower, get cozy, get comfy, and go to bed. Well, I mean, eat my little cereal. I literally have cereal like every night as my snack. And then I want to read more of The Wolf King. It's really good. Thank you, Mackenzie. I'm guessing you mean my spread over here. I don't know if I showed you guys. Hold on. Where was the other one I did? Oh, so this is Adventures in Aldea. So this is like a year-long thing. Every month you have a different prompt as well. I haven't figured this one out yet though. Me and Mackenzie are going to start it in May. And then this is my character for that. If you can see her. What did I name her? Elleroon. I named her Elleroon. She's an elf fairy combo. But yeah, she'll be the one that I'm doing the book blog challenge and then the Adventures in Aldea with. So I'm excited about that. This is fun. Yay! It was fun. Thank you. I love journaling and like I don't know why, but I just like whenever I was doing all of this and getting ready for this magical readathon, I like it didn't even cross my mind to put it into my journals. And then I saw someone on the Discord doing that and I was like, duh. Like why? So I like printed out everything and like went through everything. I'll be sharing that. I'm gonna film a video and share it on my Patreon of like all of my magical readathon journals. I literally have 5 journals right now with magical readathon character sheets and just like my TBRs, and it's so fun. It's so fun. This was fun. The book was okay, but watching this made it better. Aw, I'm glad for you. I'm sorry your book wasn't better. Journaling paired with reading. To be honest, I might try one day. Yes, I think you should. Actually, I had started multiple completely different reading journals. I've journaled for years, and I've done reading journals for years, and I had reading journals up in my lady room, as I call it, which is upstairs, which is kind of mainly where I film. And I just like abandoned them for these ones. Like I have 4 of these. I ordered 2 and Amazon sent me 4, and they are T Fossey. And I forget what this one was. This is just like the front of it. Here, I'm just giving you a little quick tour, guys. And then this was just supposed to be like my morning pages and stuff, so I kind of just did random things, like wrote random things, and then it just like morphed into a book journal, I guess. I don't know. Kind of just like making it whatever. Like, look how pretty. So yeah, it's so fun, especially when you're listening to an audiobook. So I don't know. Definitely give it a try. And there's lots of people in the Discord for this readathon doing it as well. So there's lots of like inspiration. But I feel like I'm actually losing my voice right now. Oh my gosh. Girl, I've been watching your vids since forever. The Lady Room and these books have been magical for the quiet and feminine energy. Hats off to you. Aw. Thank you. I've never seen you talk on here. I thought you were from the Magical Readathon. So thank you. Awesome. Whoops. Alright guys, I feel like I'm losing my voice. So I will see you later. Thank you all for participating. I'm going to try to do this every Friday for the readathon as long as G isn't, because I don't want to like step on her toes or get in her way. Not that anyone's going to pay attention to me versus her, but still, I don't want to like get in the way. So we're going to do that, and I will see you guys all later, hopefully. Thank you for being here. Bye. Have a good rest of your night.